joining me at this time is a Celtic rock band out of Frankfort, Kentucky. They will be performing at Louisville next week. Make sure if you're in the Louisville area to check them out. I'm joined with the Slams. They are with me right now. Good evening, y'all. How's it going? Well, I want to say thank you all for joining me for this interview to kick off the show. I truly appreciate it. So before I get to the first question, as I was discussing a little bit before y'all called in, I seen you guys perform before. It was at Natasha's, downtown Lexington. I was probably the only black person that was there, but that's besides the point. But y'all were the final act of a show put together by a fellow Frankfort native, a fellow recording artist, Hybrid the Rapper, and Drex. And I checked y'all for the first time, and I've listened to all sorts of rocks over throughout my life. I listen to regular rock, I listen to alternative rock, I listen to heavy metal rock, but I've never heard the type of rock that you guys do, which is Celtic rock, and I was blown away. Such energy. It was the energy, the multiple instruments y'all were playing. It was not like a typical rock band that be having guitars and drums. Y'all had all sorts of instruments out there, and I was like, in between songs, y'all went from one instrument to another. It was incredible to watch. Yeah, that's a lot of hard work for y'all to go through, but it works out. It works out, and your fan base obviously appreciate you all for being the different from a lot of rock bands out there, whether it's signed, unsigned, independent, mainstream, whatever the case may be. And I played a song before y'all called in just moments ago. It's off y'all latest album called Foreign Soul. You guys have about 7 songs on this record. I played Crash and Burn. Uh, so that was an awesome record. I love that record. And yeah, and for the record, when we was at Natasha's, I got a T-shirt of y'all, and I got all the CDs that y'all had on the merchandise. I think I got them all. A matter of fact, I may have had the same CD twice, and I didn't know until I got home. I'm like, wait a minute, I got all the CDs I wanted, and I got more. So I pretty much spent all what's left of my money, for the slams. So, but hey, I got one for home, and I got one to listen to in the car. So, I mean, there you go. So, backup plan. Um, so how did the slams came about? How did it all started for you guys?
Jay's a bass player, and we got together at a friend's house just to jam, just to get together with some fellow musicians and jam. And a drummer friend of ours named Bill Lynch was there, and we played a few punk songs and decided it might be a good idea to start a band. Eventually, Harris, our accordion player, joined, and after that, the rest is history. We've been playing together ever since and staying fairly busy.
So do y'all remember like the first show y'all ever did performing in front of an audience? And if so, where was the venue? And what was the experience like performing for the first time?
We played, like I said, it's about 4 years ago, I think. We played a benefit for the local Humane Society. We were just a three-piece back then, so it was just Jay, myself, Adam, and Bill as a three-piece. And we played for maybe about 30 minutes. That's about as much material as we had back then. And there was just a small audience because it was real early in the day. But it was good to get out and play, and just to try it in front of an audience for the first time. And obviously since then we've done bigger shows and traveled around and played more. But that first show, I remember it clearly. It was the Brick Alley in Frankfort, our favorite place.
That's awesome. I'm definitely familiar with the Brick Alley. It's definitely one of the places to be, to listen to local music. And there's only two people that I know that's had the buzz musically in Frankfurt area. That's you guys and Hybrid. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all keep that particular building busy every now and then. So that's definitely the place to be. And I know people, Frankfurt is definitely a small city, but it's just a reminder that for those that's been so focused on mainstream music, there are some talented local artists out there and bands such as yourselves and Hybrid, and it's just a matter of taking a look around social media, look around on your Facebook events. You never know that there's a talented band by the name of the Slams right near in your neck of the woods, and check them out. And I saw them firsthand, albeit at Lexington, but they are an incredible band. I fully understand what Celtic rock is. Yeah, I definitely got the Celtic influences. Pretty much got the instruments patted down for sure, and the sound and just the energy that you bring. So for those who never had a chance to see the Slams perform before, what can people expect when they see the Slams perform?
Well, we are, like you said, we're a Celtic influenced punk band. We do some straight punk songs too, but you can expect to see just a whole variety of things. We have different instruments. We have fiddle, we have accordion, we have penny whistle, mandolin, guitars. So a whole range of different kinds of songs. If you don't like one song, stick around for 3 minutes, and one will come along that I'm sure you'll appreciate. So hopefully we've got a range of things for all people to like. And I think the fact that you came to the show and you were impressed by it and you enjoyed it yourself is a testament to that variety that we do. And we're so pleased to have met you that night and been invited on your show. We think this is a great thing. And again, thank you for having us on.
I truly appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to Hybrid. He's the reason that I heard of you guys. He and Drix put the show together. The highs and the lows out of Florensburg was there. Hybrid. Chucky Campbell came all the way from Buffalo, New York, just to be at Lexington. It was a fun show that night. I think that was, and I've lived in Frankfurt for several years, and I first heard of Hybrid when I lived in Frankfurt at the time. Now I moved to Lexington. So if I would have did my research and look into the Slams, then I probably would have already known who you guys are. But I guess better late now than never, I suppose. And
yeah, absolutely.
Y'all latest CD is called Foreign Soul. It's available. Y'all can purchase the CDs, I guess, online on some retailers, and for a show near you. They have these CDs, all the CDs available on the merchandise during the shows, like the one they have coming up next weekend at Louisville. So let's talk about this record, Foreign Soul, your latest CD that came out. What was it like working on this record?
Well, we've done, it was our third record, and we've done it with the same studio. A friend of ours named Mike Jones in Lexington has his own studio, and it's a really relaxed, very easygoing process. It didn't take too long to record. We recorded the whole thing in about a day or two, maybe, and then the biggest part of it is the mixing and producing of the record. But once it was ready to get out, we were real happy with this third record. Each time we put a new record out, we wanted it to sound better than the last one. So, and I think we managed to achieve that with Foreign Soil. And right now, we're even writing and planning some new material for the next record.
Well, and okay, as I pointed out, 7 songs on the album. How many songs did y'all work on before narrow it down to the 7?
Well, we usually learn once we got the songs down. Once we learn them, we go straight away and put them on an EP. So when we have 6 or 7 songs ready to go, we go straight to the studio and we'll record them and put a record out. So that's basically how it goes with us. As soon as we get new material, we just want to put it out there as fast as we can to give the crowd something to listen to, something new to take home. So that's how it works, basically. Every new song we get, as soon as you get 6 or 7, we put a record out.
We do have a few here and there that don't make the cut, so you just catch them at shows.
That's awesome.
Even the name of the CD, Foreign Soil, that song actually is not on the CD, but it is a song that we do.
It will be on the next one, too.
I do want to point out for those who don't have the album yet, the album cover's got an American flag, it's got a British flag, and it looks like a spider on the album cover as well. And I guess that no spiders were harmed during the making of this album cover. So
No, absolutely not. That is actually one of my pet tarantulas. His name is Ocho.
All right, shout out Ocho getting famous now. I see. Oh, part of the most famous spider in Frankfort, Kentucky, right now. So that's
That's
yes.
awesome.
So as I pointed out, I'm going to be performing at Louisville next week, a weekend for that matter. And I also hear y'all got some more shows coming up. So I wanted to go ahead and promote those. Where could people can check out the slams?
Absolutely. The next Friday we will be playing the Tim Faulkner Gallery in Louisville. It's his birthday, and so I think it'll be a big show. Then September 17th, we're in Richmond playing the Paddy Wagon. And September 24th, we'll be at Al's Bar with our good friends.
Them, can we curse on the radio?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the name of their band. And then we are with our good friends from Frankfort Slugger at 3rd Street Dive in Louisville on September 25th. So that's what we've got going on this month. And then next month there'll be a whole host of other shows coming up. We stay fairly busy. So, yeah, definitely check us out on Facebook. We're just facebook.com/The Slams. All the shows will be on there. You can listen to our music. You can watch videos, all kinds of stuff. You can get involved, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure y'all like that fan page under the name The Slams, facebook.com/The Slams. That's THESLAMS. And it was great chatting with you all. Thank you so much for being on the show. Continued success. And I think I'm going to see y'all in that Lexington show at Al's Bar. And it's funny that y'all say Al's Bar because that's when I'm going right after the show to see a local hip-hop show. So
all right.
So I'll be there. I'll be there more often for sure. But again, thank you all for being on. Y'all have a good evening and have a great Labor Day
thank
weekend.
You. Appreciate it. Thanks, you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was Celtic rock band The Slams out of Frankfort, Kentucky joining us.